Well, hey guys, I just wanted to do a quick couple trade recaps on some Nadex trades I just took, or I've taken this week on the pound yen, the pound dollar, and the euro USD, and just took a couple hourly binaries on USD CAD. You can see the confluence right there. I entered at the first touch of these levels, one out of the money, one in the money. Kind of a, downtrend line, whatever you want to call this, descending channel structure. We just came back up into this structural zone here with that level of confluence. Went ahead and shorted a couple of nice little in the money binaries, and then a few out of the money. I'm going to be taking both these off. I'm not looking to try and trade this all the way back down. We've kind of broken this more immediate little trend line here, so that's going to be my take profit if we can push down a few more pips, and then that's coming off. The pound yen trade was pretty nice. I'm going to be taking that off. That was a weekly. The pound dollar was a touch bracket. I took 5 contracts of that. This was maybe 50 pips away from the top of this touch bracket. So let's bring that up here. Pound dollar. The markup got misplaced. I don't even remember where. Let me see if I can figure out where I entered at and when. So let's see here. 319 at 8:30. I don't even know if this is on. I don't even know if this is on Eastern time or what time zone this is in. But I want to say it was in and around this area here. Is that where I entered? So we double topped here. Same kind of analysis for the GJ trade that I recapped last night. I don't remember the exact markup, guys. Sorry, it got deleted. Had something to do with, these fibs here. You can see as we were kind of pushing up here. March 19th. So my entry was somewhere in and around, this area, whether it was the first test, of these levels or the second test, I couldn't really tell you. Oh, that's March 15th. March 19th. Yeah, it must have been in and around over in this area. Somewhere up in here is where I entered. I guess I can tell you my pretty precise. I need to bounce out of those because it's okay, so UCAD is essentially at my TP. So I need to bounce out of those. Of course it would. And then that is out. Wherever that is. Just go ahead and exit that. So those are out. And then again, you can see, pick your spots, pick your exits. There's no saying that it's not going to retest this and then push up. I got what I wanted out of it. I got the movement. That was that. GJ is pretty much a dead contract. I don't really see it coming back over 200 pips, 200 some pips, 250 pips it looks like in, between now and tomorrow. Let me go back to pound dollar. So that has basically hit my take profit. So I'm going to go ahead and take that. I could potentially see it pushing down a little bit more, but now that we're kind of breaking back above this, I'm not going to expect it just to keep going down. What it could be potentially doing is, maybe just some type of channel structure. So I don't want to hold hold that that one any longer. So I'm going to go ahead and take that one off, and then this Euro USD is kind of coming down into some structure as well. So I'm going to take those off as well. The Euro USD trade was based off of, you can see it's coming back down, potentially retesting this. So not terribly interested to hold to see if it's going to break through that or not. So that was taken based off of, so let me find exactly what I was seeing with that. I have a tendency to mark up my charts and then reset them a little bit too often, I would say. So we kind of had this little ascending wedge pattern, whatever you want to call it, coming up with some fib confluence. We had the 61.8 right there at previous structure, like so. And actually, maybe this was the one that I had. I think I had something like that. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. The main thing was the fib, the structures. Okay, the overall kind of downtrend situation. Higher time frame, you could see potentially retesting this trend line here, depending on how you draw it. You can, make a case for pulling it back here, connecting as many candles as possible without cutting any wicks. Retested that. Where's the one that I pulled from? Maybe it was the top. Delete my chart so much and start over, I can't even remember. No, it's too much. I'm pretty sure it was related to this one here. So we get kind of that 3 drives pattern and then push up back to resistance and support. So, or resistance rather. So we'll see if this is a break and retest. I have my eye on this. And yeah, those are my trades for this week. GJ, I recapped the analysis. I recapped that trade. Sorry, this was just some basic little day trade stuff that I took this morning on traditional spot forex. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. But that analysis was based off of, just a quick overview. You got a main zone here. We came back up, double topped, put in some deceleration initially, retest, and then put in kind of a immediate trend reversal. You can visualize that by just kind of mapping out what the market did. After our retest of the top, we bounced, put in a lower high and a lower low. I entered short in and around there on the 19th as well for this at the money. So price was essentially at 147.75 area, up in and around this spot here was where I entered at the money and was looking for price just to essentially make its way down eventually. It took a day or so for it to finally wiggle, but finally pushed down and took my secondary position off this morning at 145.20. Overnight sometime. I'm not sure when exactly that hit. So I'm completely out of GJ shorts right now. I want to see some some more bears step through, bust through this this main trend line channel here, and then go forward. Maybe there's going to be more move down, who knows. But I don't really see price rallying all the way up here past where my strike is between now and tomorrow. It's possible GJ can do anything. We are kind of in a channel, and but with a day left, I just don't know if it's got especially where it's at structurally. And you know, we've already double topped essentially where my strike is. So I'm not sure if it's going to have the juice to really just push up and rally. Overall, maybe, you know, eventually it might find the buyers to push up, but who knows? We are at a decision point for sure with GJ. I could make a case for both directions as of right now. So we will sit tight on that for a little bit. Obviously, I'm not going to let it, you know, if we really start rallying up here and eating too much into the profit, the contracts are essentially dead. I mean, you know, they're sitting at $9.75 right now. I'm not necessarily gonna just let that go all the way. Even if this did go to full expiration, the ones I've already closed out, you know, have more than enough taking care of this, even if it were to be a full loss. So that's not the case really for me. I'm not going to let it go to full loss. If we do somehow get that rally out of these levels in the next 24 hours or so. But I hope you guys found use of this. I hope you guys, you know, can see what you can do with just a little bit of simple planning. And I hope you have a fantastic week. Take care.